Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Pub Trivia Experience. My name is Chris, and we are here tonight for episode 5 of the Trivial Trivia Trials of one Michael Scott Mott. And, Michael, this is episode 5 of your Malort Challenge, my friend. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, no, that's not.
I was hoping. There was a sliver of hope that you would be like, oh, shit, did we have a 2-month bet? And you wouldn't question. You'd be like, oh, and go and grab it. I guess that's not going to happen.
No chance.
Well, let's go ahead. Let's meet our contestants tonight. First off, you know them, you love them. Huntsville, Alabama. Mike, my friend, how you doing? What are you drinking? That's not Malort.
Yes, I'm very happy to be drinking something that is not Malort. This is the 1927 IPA. It is from the Tennessee Brewworks Brewing Company out of Nashville, Tennessee. I picked this up about a month ago when I was up in Nashville because they have Total Wine up there, and so I can get my little mixed 6-pack where I can buy a bunch of Singleton beers. They have that here too, but it's mostly the same beers. Like there's not as much variety down here. So, but let's see how this is. Ooh. It is described as juicy, citrusy, and dank on the label, and I would say that is a pretty accurate assessment. That's very good. 7.5% alcohol by volume. I'm going to enjoy this.
Well, there you go. There you go. We're going to head on out to Raleigh, North Carolina. We haven't heard from him in a while, but Jeff Woodhead, my friend, how you doing, and what are you drinking?
So long, you forgot how to pronounce his name.
I am doing all right. I'm actually honestly I've become a little bit curious about what Malort is, because I've honestly never heard of it outside of the context of the PTE group. And it's kind of got this Plan 9 from outer space of liquor idea from me. It's this thing that's become so legendarily bad that I might have to try it at some point just to figure out what the hell everybody is complaining about. But that night is not tonight. Tonight I am having a mulberry double from the Stewhead Brewing Company in my kitchen. That it's a Belgian double. I made it with a bunch of mulberries that I scavenged during mulberry season here. There's a bunch of really nice mulberry trees, especially over on the Lattice School campus, that are really nice and juicy and can produce a really good add-on to a Belgian double. I think I overhopped this one slightly. I think it was a better beer last year than it was this year, but I'll be trying it again next year, and hopefully I'll be able to get the recipe really nailed down one of these days.
Nice. Is that a college campus that you got that from?
It is actually a public park that back in the early 20th century was I think it was a 2-year college mostly for freedmen's children and the kids of the freedmen who lived in the village of Oberlin, which is the freedmen's village that covers essentially the land of the neighborhood kind of just north and east of where I live. So it's a public park where they now have a memorial to the school and what it was about and what it did for the Black community here in Raleigh. It's really kind of a nice park that Raleigh's really done a lot to put some interpretive stuff around, kind of show where all the buildings were and what it meant to the community. And so that's been really nice. It's been open for the last year or so in its new form. And there's 2 really nice mulberry trees there that we stop by and pick mulberries from every now and then.
Well, you just ruined my joke because I assumed it was a college campus, and my headline was going to be Jeff Woodhead steals free food from college students. I can't use that now because you had to go get all intellectual on me.
That having been said, there are some real nice mulberry trees on NC State's campus that I rated last year for their mulberries. So that was more true last year than it was this year.
I mean, it's NC State. I have zero problem with that. All right, my turn. This is a German beer, Warnsgrüner. This is a German Pilsner. It is a giant can. It is 3/4 size of my head and about to be all up in my belly. Mike, we have 2 different size cans. Your can to head ratio is actually much closer than mine, though.
Honestly, I think Chris has the nicer cans.
Okay, so I want to be clear here. You went from lecturing us about black history in the South to talking about my breasts.
Never underestimate the interplay between highbrow and lowbrow. I mean, that's dates back to the time of Chaucer, if not before that. I mean,
absolutely,
the Grecian playwrights, for Pete's sake.
Ever read Lysistrata? Give it a shot.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, are you kidding? I've thought many times that similar approaches could solve a lot of the world's problems today.
Oh yeah.
We are going to solve all of our problems with a little head-to-head trivia. Jeff, being that you are quote unquote the visitor here tonight, for the pregame, do you want odds or evens?
I'll take odds. I'll start it off.
All right, here is your pregame category. Category is Broadway.
Okay. This is something I know nothing about. Let's go.
I have a feeling I won't last too long.
I have got a list right now of the top Broadway shows that are on Broadway right now. This is based on their streaming numbers on Spotify. I'm going to list a show that's currently on Broadway. You just got to tell me, is that show currently in the top 5?
Okay.
Sure.
All right. Jeff, you opted to go first. Your show is Aladdin.
Wait, that's currently on Broadway? That wasn't on Broadway 20-something years ago? I'm going to say yes, because it's Disney and they just control everybody's minds.
Yeah, but not everybody's Spotify playlist. Aladdin checks in at number 8.
Oh.
All right, Mike, we're going over to you. Your musical is And Juliet.
So far, you've named 2 plays, neither of which I could have told you were currently showing on Broadway, and only one of which that I've heard of, and that's only because, as Jeff pointed out, it was a Disney property. And Juliet. I'm assuming that. Okay. I'm assuming there's some sort of interesting play on the. Obviously, the Shakespeare play. I shot in the dark. Something Rotten was great, so I'm going to say yes.
And Juliet is not. It's number 9 on the list. So I have seen And Juliet. We saw it when we were in New York. That show is freaking hilarious. It's wonderful. The show itself is about Anne Hathaway confronting William Shakespeare as he's finishing Romeo and Juliet, to talk to him about how he's writing these really weak female characters. And she inserts herself into the play and forces him to write it so that Juliet doesn't die and goes on to keep living. And
I love it.
The marital struggle those two have, and then the antics and the internal struggle that Juliet has as she lives out her life, almost betrothed after her fiance dies. Or husband, I think, right? They got married?
They did
got married,
officially
yes.
get married.
Oh,
yes.
That's because they couldn't have had the bangity bang if they hadn't gotten married. So
that's true.
Back in that day. I mean,
how does she get back? How does she come back from a very short engagement, short relationship at the age of like 15 or whatever? I think she was 13 in that play.
She was 12.
12.
Yeah.
They aged her up in the musical. They did talk about that. How old is she? 12. Oh, no. She's got to be 22. 12 is weird.
Did they leave Romeo the same age, though? Because, like, now you got a 22-year-old woman and a 13-year-old guy. Like,
Romeo's dead.
Oh, right. Okay, still.
Or is he?
Please tell me that they got our Anne Hathaway to play Anne Hathaway.
I was going to make the same damn
really
joke.
Awesome.
No, they did not. The woman who played Anne Hathaway is freaking wonderful. She actually she goes in and starts writing the play herself, and she's writing it by saying what she wants to happen out loud, and then the actors are acting it out on stage, and then she inserts herself. She gives Juliet a gay best friend, and then inserts herself as Juliet's other best friend.
I love it.
Nice.
I love it.
Mike, Nick, you will want to see this show because it's all pop music from the late 90s and early 2000s.
So it straight up sounds like exactly something she would love.
I am absolutely sold on this now. If it comes through Deepak or
Dude, it's
Carolina sometime. I'm going to go see
it's
it.
a really fun show. Okay, Jeff, we're back to you. Your musical is Back to the Future, the musical.
I mean, I'm just guessing at this point, so yes.
No, you're 0 for 2. Back to the Future, the musical was not. I believe it checked in. It checked in at number 10.
All right.
All right. Mike, we're going over to you. Your musical is The Book of Mormon.
Now,
hello.
My name is Elder Price. No, that soundtrack's got to be up there. I'm going to say yes. Top 5.
Oh, it definitely is. Book of Mormon still hanging tough at number 4. Mike, you're on the board. Next up, Jeff, we're going over to you. You're going to get the revival of Hadestown.
I don't know. I feel like we've got 4 left and only 6 questions. So the odds are... Yeah, you have to kind of play the odds if you don't know what the hell is going on. So I'm just going to say yes.
Keep in mind, when I do this, I always pull the top 14 and I randomize. So it may not all be.
You may not have all top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm still going to say yes.
That's still the right answer. Hadestown, number 5 on the list.
Yep. I've heard great things about that show.
Back to you, Mike. You're going to get Hamilton.
I mean, I'm guessing that's number 1 with a bullet, but I'm just going to say yes.
All right.
Yeah, that's the obvious question.
Right, exactly.
Jeff, we're back over to you. You're going to get The Lion King.
I don't know. Disney property thing burned me last time, but I don't know. I'm still going to say yes.
Oh, just outside the top 5 at number 6.
What? Oh, come on.
So Jeff, it's a little early, but I will tell you why I would have gone no for both of those, because I think there's still too many people that if they want to hear songs from those shows, they're just going to go to the original movie soundtrack as opposed to the Broadway
that makes
soundtrack.
Sense. That's reasonable, yeah.
Still, 6 is pretty damn good.
All right, Mike, you get to put that logic to the test right now. Your musical is Moulin Rouge.
Ooh. Damn. I'm gonna stick with that logic. I'm gonna say no, not in the top 5.
It is not in the top 5. Your logic is sound there. Jeff, we're back to you. A musical that I really wanted to see, and then someone talked me out of it, and I'm not disappointed that they did because I liked what we went to see instead, but I really wanted to see this. Your musical is 6.
Oh yeah, that's big. And you know what? I've guessed yes on every question so far, and why break with tradition? I'm going to say yes.
Oh yeah, 6 is number 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Honestly, yeah. Considering how that's really the only other one besides Hamilton that I've heard of that I thought was still on Broadway. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, I think we're going to finish one here, Jeff, with another one that you've heard of that is still on Broadway. Mike, you get Wicked.
Ooh. I'm going to say yes.
Wicked is number 3.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Especially with the movie coming out now
Great
that's
point.
not already out. So you can't go to the movie soundtrack yet.
Exactly. And I think the movie will have the exact opposite thing. People are going to go to the original cast recording instead of the movie soundtrack.
Possibly, yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I guess it depends on how good Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande's voices are.
Have you heard Cynthia Erivo sing on the commercials yet?
I was literally about to say that.
No, I have not.
Oh, she sounds amazing.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. But yeah, I mean, I haven't heard her sing anything yet. So
Ariana Grande, I could take her leave. So, all right.
Yeah, she doesn't really have to carry it though. It's really Cynthia Erivo that has to do it. So,
and the musical looks amazing. Jeff Goldblum as the freaking wizard is awesome.
Isn't that basically just him reprising his role from Thor Ragnarok?
Yes, that's what I was just thinking.
Yeah. They actually might have the same costume on. Less orgies in Wicked.
Oh man, they couldn't work that in there.
I've never seen the musical, so I could be wrong there. It could be orgies galore. All right, we're moving on to hot seat round 1. Mike, you have got a 4-2 lead, which means Jeff, you're going to get to pick. Do you want to go first or second in hot seat round 1?
I'll go first.
You're going to go first. 15 minutes on the clock, a nonstop barrage of endless trivia questions and answers are on the way. Jeff, your time will begin after I read your first question. Here we go. Though she is known for her comedy, what actress won an Oscar for her dramatic turn in the 2009 film Precious?
Gabore Sidibe? Isn't that her name? I don't know.
Gabrielle Sidibe, I believe, but no, it's a Monique. Monique is what we're
Monique. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you're correct. She played Precious, but it was Monique that won the Oscar.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
All right, Mike. Within 3 years either way, name the year these events took place. 19-year-old pilot Matthias Rust lands his airplane near Red Square. American Motor Company is acquired by Chrysler Corp. And the Minnesota Twins win the World Series.
Okay. Within 3 either way. Twins have won the World Series twice, 87 and 91, so I'm going to say 89.
1987 is what we're looking for. You're within 3 years. Nice done.
Yeah, I figured it wasn't the 91 one, so yeah.
I would have anyway, but I just hedged my bets.
Jeff, we're going with you. When Arnold Schwarzenegger was elected governor of California in 2003, he replaced what colorful former governor?
Gray Davis.
Gray Davis is a correct answer. Mike, who performs the voice of Homer Simpson?
Dan Castellaneta.
Dan Castellaneta is a correct answer. Jeff, what party board game that's based on the game Ludo was created in 1998 by Whit Alexander and Richard Tate?
Apples to Apples?
No, it'd be the game Cranium.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. A really fun game. Mike, what U.S. city was founded by 11 men, 11 women, 22 children, and four soldiers, collectively known as Los Pobladores?
You said North American city or U.S. city?
U.S. city.
Okay, just making sure. I do not know. Santa Fe.
Unfortunately, Los Angeles is actually what we're looking for there.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Jeff, the NBA Finals during the 1960s were dominated by which team?
The Boston Celtics.
The Celtics is correct. Mike, what volcano in Hawaii erupted in 1950, destroying a village in South Kona?
Oh my gosh. How am I drawing a blank on this? Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I know what it is, and my brain is not functioning. There's so many places in Hawaii that are popping through my head right now, but not the name of that freaking volcano. I cannot believe I can't pull it. I can't believe this. I pass. I can't pull it. God.
Mauna Loa is what we're looking for.
Mauna Loa, jeez. Yes. That would be it.
Jeff, back to you. Horses is the debut studio album from what influential musician?
Was it Patti Smith?
That is Patti Smith.
Good pull.
I am impressed and a little turned on. Mike, going to you. In what TV series would Tattoo shout, "De plane, de plane," to announce the arrival of a new set of guests?
You know what's funny? I get the reference, but I couldn't tell you what show it's from. I'm gonna pass second time in a row. I don't know it.
Jeff, you want it for no points? You want to tell him?
I believe this is The Love Boat because my dad used to make that reference all the friggin' time.
That's absolutely what it is. Yeah,
it is not The Love Boat. It's Fantasy Island.
Is it Fantasy Island?
Oh, okay. Huh. Okay. I knew it was one of those type of shows.
How are they talking about a plane? It's a cruise ship. Fantasy Island. They have to fly to get there. All right.
You got to fly to get on a boat sometimes, too.
Well, yeah, but they're not like leaving the boat.
I mean, I don't live in a cruise port like you do.
Cruise port is not near the airport, Jeffrey.
I still got to fly to get to the damn cruise ship.
But I knew it was that time frame.
Question possible here. Jeff, going to you. What Ken Casey novel, later turned into a movie, is set in an
over the cuckoo's nest?
Okay. We're going to talk about podcast etiquette. Let the host get the question out.
I'm sorry. This is from my ITAC days. All right, we were encouraged to interrupt the questioner. Mike, you can back me up on this since you were on my ITAC team. So
first
yeah,
buzz. Yep.
Mike, what term is defined as an idea or explanation that you then test through study and experimentation?
A hypothesis.
Hypothesis is what we're looking for. Jeff, what breed of dog was featured in fashionable skirts in the 1950s?
Poodle.
I have Siberian Husky, but I'll give you credit for poodle.
Now, I would actually enjoy seeing a Siberian Husky skirt. That would be real fascinating to me.
This really took a weird turn. All right, Mike. On airplanes, a person's ears pop because of air moving through which tube?
Oh, of their ear? The ear canal?
No, we're looking for the name of the tube itself. It's the Eustachian tube.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Jeff, what horrible disaster in New York City saw the deaths of 146 women in 1911 and led to the enactment of laws to better protect workers?
That would be the fire at the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory.
The Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire is correct. Mike, what kind of alcohol is the main ingredient in an old-fashioned?
Can I just say whiskey?
Whiskey is fine.
Okay.
The hot seat does giveth and taketh away.
Indeed.
And with that, Jeff, we're giving you a movies question. Filmmaker Gus Van Sant directed 5 movies that were released in the 1990s. Name 2 of them.
Good Will Hunting. And was this his remake of Psycho then? I don't know. I'm just going to say that. I think that was later, but I'm just going to guess those 2.
Good Will Hunting and Psycho are both correct. The other 3 would be My Own Private Idaho.
Hold up.
Go ahead, Mike.
Jeff, I just wanted to say you'll appreciate one of the 3. Even Cowgirls Get the Blues.
Oh, yeah. I forgot he did that. That's right.
And the last one is To Die For.
Oh, God, I forgot about To Die For.
Mike,
wow.
What is the name of the 4th book in the Harry Potter series?
Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
Goblet of Fire is correct. Jeff, the Brooklyn Dodgers were named after people, obviously, in Brooklyn who dodged what?
Trolleys.
Trolleys or streetcars is correct. Mike, which of the following is not one of these 5 ingredients listed on a pint of Haagen-Dazs vanilla ice cream? Cream, egg whites, or skim milk?
I'm gonna say cream.
No, cream it's not egg whites, it's egg yolk.
Oh, egg yolk. Okay.
So egg whites is the odd one out there. Jeff, what famous European tourist attraction was closed to the public during the 90s because of the concerns they had for tourist safety?
I don't know. The Tour Eiffel.
No. When you kind of tilted your head to this, you're kind of doing a little bit of a lean. The leaning.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yep.
All right, Mike, name the calf-length pants that rose to popularity in the 1950s and the early 60s.
Calf-length pants. Gosh. I'm bad. Clearly bad with fashion. I mean, I don't think of them from that era, but capri pants is what popped in my head, so that's what I'm going to say.
Oh, you're close. These would either be called pedal pushers or clam diggers.
Oh, that was not happening. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I actually thought capri was a synonym for those, but
I will flag that. We'll come back to it. Jeff.
Yeah.
What political figure had a mechanical heart pump installed in 2010 that left him literally without a pulse?
That would be the heartless bastard himself, Dick Cheney.
If politician, did you got to be more? Thank you for giving me a name. You really have to be more specific, Mike.
Yep.
There are 4 African nations that used to be German African protectorates. Name one of them.
Oh man. I don't have a good one. Algeria.
Unfortunately not. Togo, Cameroon, Namibia, and Tanzania are the 4 that we're looking for.
I knew Cameroon and Namibia. I didn't know the other 2.
Jeff, what is the original spelling of Twitter's name?
As if a TWITTER?
No, Twitter was originally TWTTR. Mike.
Because the
Silicon
whole thing
Valley and their vowel hatred. Good lord.
Well, it was all about the limitation of characters, right? So that's why
still.
Jeff, you're on a podcast with me and Mike. You all know about character limitations. Mike, going back over to you. Who wrote the song Titanium originally for Alicia Keys, but ended up singing the song herself on David Guetta's smash hit?
I'm going to be honest. I can't even place the song right now.
Not much of a smash hit then, was it?
Well, I don't really listen to radio. That's why. I'm going to say Sia.
Yeah, I mean, she's known by Sia. I didn't know if Sia and Sia Furler were the same person, but Jeff is shaking his head.
They are, yes.
Okay, Mike, you're getting the points there.
One of my wife's favorite artists.
So it's kind of like so-and-so wrote a song in the 80s, it's going to be Prince, and so-and-so wrote a song in the aughts, it's generally going to be Sia.
Yep.
Jeff, which subgenre of films popular in the 60s is associated with the late Italian director Sergio Leone?
Is spaghetti westerns good enough here?
Spaghetti western sounds delicious. I'll give you the points. Mike, which Steven Spielberg film was based on a novel by Peter Benchley?
Jaws.
Jaws is correct. Jeff, in which European square are there 4 20-foot tall Lansdeer lions that tourists love to climb?
I have no friggin' idea. I'm just going to say Trafalgar Square.
Trafalgar Square is the correct answer.
Wait, they're not even technically European anymore after Brexit.
Jeez. Mike, who was the first man to run a sub 4-minute mile?
Bannister.
Roger Bannister. Jeff, what is the only piece of clothing that participants wear in the South Pole 300 Challenge? A hot sauna to frigid air feet that boast a 300-degree temperature change.
I don't know, a fucking loincloth?
Not even that. They can only wear boots. Buck ass naked.
I was like, it's going to be something on their feet, I bet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mike, in 1986, who became the youngest heavyweight boxing champion in the history of the sport?
I think that was Tyson.
That was Tyson. Jeff, which international non-governmental human rights organization was founded in 1961 and awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1977?
No fucking idea. Amnesty International.
Amnesty International is correct. I love how you always say, I have no idea, then you give the correct answer.
It's literally, there are a few of them. I know there are several of them. This is the only name I can think of at the moment. I don't know the actual facts behind the case.
Mike, in 1985, Tina Turner won the Grammy for Record of the Year for which album?
Which album? Shoot. It would have been, I think it would have been the one with What's Love Got to Do with It, so I'm just going to say What's Love Got to Do with It.
No, the album is called Private Dancer.
Oh, shit.
Which I believe
I 100% knew that.
What's Life Got to Do with it on it?
I fucking straight up knew that, and yep.
Do you really want to love me forever? Oh. All right, Jeff. Which actress is recognized for her humanitarian work as special envoy to the UN High Commissioner for Refugees?
For refugees?
Do you want the question again?
Yeah, sure. Try it again, and try not to bring Paula Abdul into it.
Which actress is recognized for her humanitarian work as special envoy to the UN High Commissioner for Refugees?
It's probably someone who starred in a movie about refugees or something. I don't know. I'm just going to say Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep is not a bad guess. Unfortunately, it's not correct. Angelina Jolie.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been my guess. I didn't
that's
know
logical.
it. That would have been my guess.
And with that, hot seat round 1 is over. Mike, we've got one last question for you. Here we go. The origins of October 31st celebrations are most often attributed to the festival of Samhain. In what modern-day European nation was Samhain celebrated?
I honestly do not really know. I'm going to say Germany.
No, Ireland, Scotland, or the UK are the acceptable answers.
Oh, okay.
I feel like the pronunciation of that is really fucking weird, too. Like
Yep.
Shumfwan or something like that.
It's probably
Because
true.
it's Celtic, and the Celtic
Right.
is just...
All right,
They
I've got
pronounce
a
everything
question
fucking
I've got to
weird.
look up here, so let me look.
Oh, right,
I
the
would
Capri
give that
thing,
one to
yeah.
me because I bet you Capri was the more modern term, but it wasn't used in the 50s and 60s.
Pedal pushers and clam diggers are both synonyms for capri pants, so Mike, you are going to get the credit there.
Oh, okay. I'll take it.
Which means you both tied in hot seat round 1. You're both going to pick up 11 points.
Wow. Okay. I did not think that was a good hot seat for me, so I thought he had definitely overtaken me. I'll take it.
Your scores coming out of hot seat round 1, it is currently 13-15. Mike has got a 2-point lead as we go to your halftime question. For your halftime question, there are 4 possible answers. You'll get 5 points for each one, and your category is in the Olympics.
Oof. Jeff's going to kick my ass in this one because he pays attention to the Olympics and I do not.
Not too long ago, here at the Paris Olympics, Novak Djokovic became the 5th player all time to win singles gold at the Olympics, while also having one of each of the 4 Grand Slams of singles tennis. Name the other 4 to accomplish this. There are 2 men and 2 women.
I'm going to go over, but this is a really good question.
Mm-hmm. So gold medal while having previously won a Grand Slam is what you're saying.
I don't know that it's that. I just think they have all 5 of those together.
Oh, they have all of the Grand Slams and a gold medal.
Yes. I don't believe the gold medal being the crowning achievement is what the question's initially asking for. I did not go into that much research. I just know that the five of them have all 5 pieces.
Okay. All right. Well, that eliminates one of my answers then.
Okay, I will go ahead and lock in with the 4 random names that I pulled out of a hat.
All right. Yeah, I've got 4 names I've also randomly pulled out of a hat. So let's go with it.
All right, Jeff, why don't you go ahead and give me your 4 names first?
I have Serena Williams, Roger Federer, Rafa Nadal, and Martina Navratilova.
Mike.
Serena Williams would have been a great. I don't know why Serena didn't pop in my head. For the women, I have Chris Evert and Martina Navratilova, and for the men, I've locked in with Roger Federer and Bjorn Borg.
We have a little bit of separation. Serena Williams definitely is on that list, or a man on that list. Rafael Nadal, and that's where our correct answers end because the other 2 are married to this day. Andre
Graf and Agassi,
Steffi Graf.
I thought of both of them and rejected both of them.
I was split between Navratilova and Graf, and I went Navratilova. And
I almost swapped out Graf. I probably would have swapped out Chrissy Everett for Steffi Graf. Yeah.
Of all the ones I'm shocked on here, Federer and Pete Sampras aren't on this list anywhere.
Sampras I almost put too, but I was like, it's gonna. I don't know. Sampras didn't seem like.
I didn't think Sampras had all 4. Did he?
If he's missing one, I think it would have to be the French Open. Did he ever? Maybe he didn't play well on clay.
Yeah. That'd be my guess too.
He's got a Wimbledon. He's got a U.S. Open, but
Right, I know those two.
All right. Coming out of that, Jeff, you're picking up 10. Mike, you're picking up 0.
I told you I wouldn't get any right.
Mike,
still a great question.
You're going to hang tough at 15. Jeff, that's going to put you up to 23. We are getting ready to move into hot seat round 2. Mike, you are now trailing. You want to go first or second for hot seat round 2?
Always go first.
You're going to be glad that you did on this one.
For the first 2 questions, maybe, but then after that, who the hell knows?
I didn't look past the first one. Or very mad at me. I have got 15 minutes on the clock for hot seat round 2. Here we go. With one of the best pitching staffs in baseball history, what team lost in 1991 to the Minnesota Twins in the World Series?
I love that Mike is getting this question.
I could go on and on. The Atlanta Braves, worst to first. So were the Twins, of course, but that was a great series.
Correct.
I was really wondering how painful it would be for Mike to answer that question as a Braves fan.
It's been 33 years. I still, wouldn't, if I saw Kent Herbeck in the streets.
I was going to mention the name Kent Herbeck here and see how you responded.
In how many years I still want to slap Alex Gonzalez, so All right.
Absolutely. Yep.
All right. Also, let the record show that I'm dipping into my backup beer, which is a Moravian Rhapsody by Raleigh Brewing Company.
If Jeff loses because of one question and it's because he took time on the hot seat to pop a beer and tell us about it, he's going to be pissed. Right along, Jeff. The average smartphone user touches their phone approximately how many times per day? 240, 2,400, or 24,000?
I'm going to say 2,400.
2,400 is correct. Mike, Zelda and Metroid are 2 famous Nintendo franchises. Neither is named after the protagonist of the series. Name those 2 protagonists.
Link and Samus Aran.
Link and Samus are correct. Jeff, what play about the Tyrone family was written by Eugene O'Neill?
Cat on a Hot Tin Roof?
No, Long Day's Journey into Night.
Oh, God. Yeah. That.
Mike, what comedian provided the voice for the one-eyed monster Mike Wazowski in the 2001 animated film Monsters, Inc.?
Funny side story. I know my wife knows Mike Wazowski very well because she was friends with him back when she interned at Disney, but this is Billy Crystal.
It is Billy Crystal. I get no.
Wait, she was friends with Billy Crystal, or she was friends with a dude who dressed up in Mike Wazowski costume?
She dressed up as Mike Wazowski, but officially you have to say you're friends with the character that you play to maintain.
All right, gotcha. Got to keep kayfabe.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, for what it's worth, I was friends with Gaston. I got his autograph in a book. Jeff, what term describes animals that are primarily active at night?
Nocturnal?
It does giveth and taketh away.
It does. My 6-year-old can answer that one.
Raymond Burr played a wheelchair-bound detective in which 1960s police drama?
I feel like I should know this. Perry Mason?
Yeah. No, it'd be Ironside.
Oh,
okay. Never mind.
Raymond Burr was in Perry Mason too, though.
That's why I thought of him. Yep.
I feel like you need to have had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in your mouth while you say Raymond Burr.
Aaron Burr, sir.
Raymond Burr.
Jeff, what city played host to the first season of MTV's The Real World back in 1992?
Oof. I should know this. I think it was New York City, but
New York City is correct.
Yep.
Mike, what Oscar-nominated film follows the tumultuous life of a real-life controversial figure skater?
I, Tonya?
I, Tonya is correct.
I was like, what the hell's the name of that film?
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Coming from either direction, what is the order of colors found on traditional candy corn?
So there's orange, and there's white, and there's yellow.
No, it's either white, orange, yellow, or yellow, orange. White, orange is in the middle.
Orange is in the middle. Okay.
Mike, a 1971 hit song, Tom Jones sings, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, she's a what?"
Lady.
This is a good time for a matchup here, but lady is a correct answer. Jeff, which Asian aftershave supplied a small self-defense instruction booklet with each bottle to help the wearers fend off women?
What the fuck? How the fuck would I know this? Axe. I don't know.
Mike?
I have a guess. Is it high karate?
It is high karate.
I have never heard of that.
I will tell you exactly why I've heard of that. It is because of the movie National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon 1.
Oh my God.
I've seen Loaded Weapon 1. I don't remember that.
I watched it about 30 times when I was a teenager.
That explains it.
Mike, I'm going to put you on a little bit of a time crunch here. How many minutes are in a full week?
Oh, gosh. How many minutes are in a full week? 60 minutes an hour. 24, 1440 times 7. So 10,080?
10,080 is correct.
Nice.
Jeff, what fruit partially shares a name with small politically unstable countries in Central America and the title of a Jimmy Buffett album?
That's the one that my wife is weirdly allergic to. Bananas.
Yes, Banana Republic and Banana Wind are both correct. So banana is what we're looking for. Mike, you got a kick out of that question for some reason?
I don't know why. It was funny to me.
I am a banana.
My spoon is
You know what this shit is. Mike, what word means the following two things? A polyhedron formed by connecting a polygon to an apex, or a game show that often included a number in its official title and won 9 Daytime Emmy Awards.
Pyramid?
Pyramid is correct. Jeff, what is the common name for the anti-fascist protection wall that existed from 1961 to 1989?
The Berlin Wall?
Berlin Wall is correct. Mike, within 3 years either way, give me the year that Catherine Zeta-Jones and Michael Douglas got married.
Oh, goodness. They've been married a long time. I'm going to say 2002.
That is within 3. They were married in the year 2000. No one's going to follow me up? No?
Oh, it was right after they were in Traffic together. That actually makes a ton of sense. Okay.
Oh,
Jeff,
yeah.
what art form is described as decorative handwriting or handwritten lettering?
Calligraphy?
Calligraphy is correct. It does taketh and giveth and taketh away. Mike, in what Denzel Washington movie does he say his famous, "We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us"?
Malcolm X.
Malcolm X is correct. Jeff, within 3 years either way, name the year these events took place. The end of the Korean War, Walt Disney's Peter Pan premieres, and Ian Fleming publishes his first James Bond novel.
Reasonably certain the Korean War ended in 1953, so I'm just going to go with that.
53 is the correct answer. Mike, where does the Tour de France end each year?
Gosh. Do not know. So the more than just the city thing maybe makes me not want to go this, but I don't know. So I'm just going to say Paris, France.
I need you to be more specific.
Oh, that's what you're saying. You need more than just the city. I got you. The Arc de Triomphe.
No, it'd be the Avenue des Champs.
The Champs-Élysées?
Yes.
The Champs-Élysées is, which technically the Arc de Triomphe is on.
In the Arc de Triomphe?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you the points. I didn't have that piece of information.
Oh, no. That makes...
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know which end of the Champs-Élysées it ends on, though.
Right.
So, yeah, no. Maybe you should look that one up after.
Don't give me the points. That wasn't what you were looking for. The Champs-Élysées makes sense. They would run the final thing down.
Well, no, but if it does end in front of the Arc de Triomphe, that makes sense that I'm having flashbacks to the guy we don't talk about anymore. I will flag that. We'll come back to it at the end.
Right,
Okay.
yeah. That was kind of my thought, too. So I felt like, yeah.
Jeff, we're going over to you. Both Tommy Wiseau and Brie Larson have starred in movies with what word in the title?
Room.
Room is correct.
I did not hit her. I did not.
The movie where James Franco plays him is
Oh, I know.
friggin' hilarious. I love it.
All right. Mike, what was the name of David Bowie's backing band in the early 1970s?
The Spiders from Mars?
Spiders from Mars is correct.
Good pull. Good pull.
Technically, they were Ziggy Stardust backing band, but
right, yeah. I know. I was looking at the Ziggy Stardust album in my head and thinking, oh,
yep.
In what decade did a Black Power salute at the Olympic ceremony in Mexico City cause outrage?
that was in 1968, wasn't it?
1960s is correct. Mike, what 1989 Cher video was banned from MTV because of her revealing outfit?
If I could turn back time. Boo-doo-doo.
That is correct.
Yep.
Jeff, boasting a ham of a mascot, what rhyming supermarket chain first introduced America to self-service groceries?
Is this Piggly Wiggly? It's got to be Piggly Wiggly, right?
There's also one called Hoggly Woggly, but Piggly Wiggly is correct.
I can't even tell if you're joking right now, Chris.
I actually think it's owned by Piggly Wiggly. I don't know what the difference is. But that's Hoggly Woggly.
Is that like the upscale Piggly Wiggly?
My head tells me it's the convenience store version, but I don't know. Mike, what leader died on the island of St. Helena in 1821?
I'm guessing Napoleon.
Napoleon Bonaparte is correct. Yes. What Charlie Chaplin movie was intended to make fun of Adolf Hitler?
What was the name of it? Is it
literally what I'm asking you?
The Great Dictator?
The Great Dictator is correct.
Yeah. Well done. Have you seen that, Jeff?
I haven't yet. No, actually.
It's so good.
I still need to. There's a lot of really old movies that I just need to get on and see.
That's very good.
Mike, who was the corporate giant that invented the first portable cassette listening device?
Sony?
Sony is correct. Jeff. Oh my God, you're getting another Angelina Jolie question. Jeff, you might know that Angelina Jolie comes from a Hollywood family. What actor is her father?
Well, I did joke about your cans earlier in the episode, so it kind of makes sense karmically. I'm going to say John Voight.
John Voight is correct. Michael, for reasons that should be clear to math enthusiasts, April 16th is the official holiday of what popular website?
April 16th is the official holiday of what popular website? 416. Why is that not tickling anything to me? Like if you'd given me like March 14th.
Right.
Square Day.
Oh, you're so close, Jeff. Did you know?
No, I don't. I figured it does have something to do with squares, but
yeah, 16 is Foursquare.
Oh, no.
Oh,
come on.
Okay. Yep. All right.
Jeff, in what U.S. city did the San Francisco Giants baseball team originate?
New York.
New York is correct. Mike, what electronics brand has a face-like logo that somewhat surreptitiously also spells out the brand's two-letter name?
Face-like logo that also spells. Electronics brand? Two-letter name?
Did you want the question again?
Yeah, I'll take it one more time. I don't think I'm going to pull it, but...
What electronics brand has a face-like logo that somewhat surreptitiously also spells out the brand's two-letter name?
HB. I don't know.
No, life would be good if you can get it. It'd be LG Electronics.
LG. Oh, okay. Yep.
I mean, what, you had a 1 in 676 chance?
Yep.
Jeff, In what 20th century decade was the London Review of Books established?
1920s? I have no fucking idea.
Oh, no, 1979.
All right.
Mike. One does not need to be an origami master to know that a poker player dealt a really bad hand, and an associate at a retail clothing store could both be described as what?
I'm sorry. I'm still reeling over the fact that Jeff just squared 26 in his head.
I didn't. I wrote it down on a piece of paper. No.
Okay. I guess it took me longer than I realized to do that. Anyway, I'm guessing folding is the answer to this question.
Folding folder is a correct answer.
Okay.
And Mike, you started that one off. So it means, Jeff, you're getting the last question of the round. Jeff, which upscale shoe designer is known for his signature red lacquered soles?
Shit. It's Louboutin. Christian Louboutin.
Christian Louboutin is correct.
Well done.
Did you say Louboutin?
Yeah, I did. And yeah, I don't really know why it's Louboutin. Yeah, sure.
You're on your second beer. It's fine. You might have had some before the podcast started. It's all good.
And I've got one question to wrap up here. Okay, so while it does go around the Arc de Triomphe, that's not actually where it ends, so I cannot give credit.
No, that's totally
Okay.
fair.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Yeah.
Stop me if you heard of this one before, but y'all tied Hot Seat Round 2. You each got 14 points.
That was a good round, though. 14 is pretty impressive, given how much bullshitting I felt like we did between questions. The fact that we still got that many each was not bad. Unless Chris was controlling the clock. He's like, oh, shit, they're going again. Time, pause.
I was not, but that means your scores going into your wager round are...
Stoppage time.
Has 29. Jeff has 37 points.
In a row?
Your wager round is next. You are going to wager whatever points you want on 3 questions, but you're wagering solely on the category provided. As a reminder, I'm pretty straightforward with the categories. I don't play games with it. You're going to get a general category. The question will be tied to that category in some way. The rules are, you must wager whole numbers only. Yes, that means no negative wagering, no decimals, none of that. And you cannot wager more than your combined score. So, Mike, you cannot go over 29 points. Jeff, you cannot go over 37, but break up your wagers however you want on those questions. Go all in on 1, break it up over 3, go 0 on all of them. I don't care, but at the end of these, we're going to crown a freaking champion. Gentlemen, do you want your categories?
Do it, Rockapella.
Without them, I'm not sure how we could continue on, so yes.
Yes, is what everyone listening to the show wants. This show to go longer. Your categories are film franchises, baseball, and literature. Film franchises, baseball, and literature. Lock in your wagers when you're ready. Wagers are locked in. We are going to go question by question through this. Starting with question number 1, the category was film franchises. With the major success of the film Twisters, Glenn Powell has become
what?
With the major success of the film Twisters, Glenn Powell has become quite the sensation. But did you know that he, George Clooney, Antonio Banderas, Selena Gomez, Elijah Wood, Sylvester Stallone, and Salma Hayek all appeared in what series of movies targeted as kids?
Shit, I should have had you read those names again, but I'm pretty sure I can lock in.
Yeah, I'm locked in too, and I'm annoyed because, yeah.
All right. We're moving on to question number 2. Your category was baseball. Only one pitcher in Major League Baseball history has faced the last 3 single-season home run record holders. They went a combined 5 for 28 against him with 0 home runs. Who was this pitcher?
Okay, I'll lock in.
Fine, locked in. Jesus fucking Christ. Hope you like my revenge game category, Mott.
Hey, you never know how this is going to play out, dude.
We are moving on to question number 3. Your category was in literature. After the death of William Wordsworth, what man, whose first collection of poems titled Poems, chiefly lyrical in 1830, took over as poet laureate under Queen Victoria and did that post until his death in 1892?
I'm going to lock in.
First thing that popped in my head, it's probably wrong. I don't even think it's the right era, but I'll lock in.
All right. We're going to go question by question through this. Starting with the first one, film franchises. With the major success of the film Twisters, Glenn Powell has become quite the sensation. But did you know that he, George Clooney, Antonio Banderas, Selena Gomez, Elijah Wood, Sylvester Stallone, and Salma Hayek all appeared in what series of movies targeted at kids? Jeff, your answer and your wager.
I said Harry Potter and the Unbelievably Weird Gadgetry. No, I said Spy Kids because that's the actual right answer. But I guessed 0, so I don't really care what I guessed.
Mike, your answer and your wager.
Yeah, my daughter was straight up watching one of these movies a couple days ago. They actually really like it, but it's Spy Kids.
Well, I do feel better because I thought I was kind of tossing back and forth. Do I include Selena Gomez in here or not?
Yeah.
Thinking that might make it a little too obvious. And I thought it might be too hard, but apparently that's
Antonio Banderas was the one that made it obvious.
Yeah. So straight up, I do not remember. I haven't seen them all with my daughters, but I do not. Selena Gomez is the one I do not remember appearing in one of those movies. So
right.
But anyway, I forgot to mention I wagered 10 on this one.
All right, Mike, you're going to pick up the 10 points, so that brings you up to 39. Jeff, you're going to be just like our buddy Donnie Wahlberg, and you're hanging tough at 37. Question number 2, your category was baseball. Only one pitcher has faced the last 3 single-season home run record holders. Those record holders went to combine 5 for 28 against him with 0 home runs. Name this pitcher. Jeff, let's go with your answer and your wager.
I had no idea. I guess Greg Maddux, and I said 8.
Mike, your answer and your wager.
Well, Jeff, you were barking up the right tree, I believe, with Roger Maris. I think this would be a pitcher that had to face Roger Maris, Mark McGwire, and Barry Bonds. I don't know for sure that he faced Roger Maris, even though he was active beginning in 1966, but I can almost guarantee Nolan Ryan faced both Barry Bonds and Mark McGwire in the 80s and 90s. So I said Nolan Ryan.
Yeah, that's a good guess.
Nolan Ryan did face Roger Maris 6 at-bats in 1968. Roger Maris went 1 for 5. 6 plate appearances, 5 at-bats. I'm assuming a hit by pitch or a fielder's choice. He went 1 for 5 in those at-bats, no home runs. Nolan Ryan is a correct answer.
Good call.
Mike, you're going to pick up your 8. Jeff, you're going to lose your 8.
Yep. I keep forgetting to mention, but yes, I wagered 8 points.
Jeff, you're at 29. Mike, you're at 47. So we go to our final category of literature. After the death of William Wordsworth, what man, whose first collection of poems titled Poems, chiefly lyrical in 1830, took over as poet laureate under Queen Victoria until his death in 1892? Mike, we'll start with you. Your answer and your wager.
I wagered 9. For some reason, I was feeling slightly more confident on literature than baseball and slightly less confident than film franchises. And I didn't really know. I think he was earlier, but I said John Keats.
Jeff, your answer and your wager.
I kind of wagged this one. Didn't really know that many Victorian poets who weren't completely insane, and I picked the one non-completely insane, by which I mean actually kind of a douche, poet that I could think of, and that was Alfred Lord Tennyson, and I guess 16.
Alfred Lord Tennyson is a correct answer.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Well, Jeff earlier was saying how this category all skewed right towards Mike. Jeff, you're going to pick up the win tonight at a score 48-38 with some fantastic wagering at the end. Nicely done, my friend.
Yep.
I actually thought Jeff was going to go all in on literature among these three categories. So
I know a little bit about baseball, at least.
Of course, yeah.
And no, had I thought Nolan Ryan, then I would have. I realized the second you said it, like, yep, that's the only guy who spans those eras.
Yeah, I get you.
Nolan Ryan goes, but all right, Jeff, you're picking up the win, my friend. Nicely done. Nicely done.
Good game.
So, Mike, I have a feeling your revenge topic kind of flows into Jeff's wheelhouse as well, but tell him what your topic is.
Yeah, I was actually thinking that if we do my revenge game, Jeff is not the person that I would want to face in this particular game, but U.S. presidential election history was my revenge topic.
It is so strange that we were kind of on the same wavelength there, because my revenge topic would have been 19th century U.S. history.
I love it. That's great.
So we were going to history nerd out in the next episode no matter what we did.
Yep.
We are. And you can find that episode only on our Patreon feed. It'll be dropping Friday night. Patreon.com/PTEBB is your home for all the bonus content for the shows here at the Pub Trivia Experience, Boozy Bracketology, and all the shows on the PTE network. If you enjoy the content that we bring you on a regular basis, join us there if you can. If not, 5-star rating, write us a review. Check the show notes for all of our information. But for the Pub Trivia Experience, I thank you for listening tonight, and I have been Chris.
I've been Mike.
I've been Jeff.
We will see you on Patreon on Friday night. Until then, have a good one.